Okay, so today Grimwald told me he couldn't make it, and we still want to do the secondary heist, I think. However, for today, I thought we would have a bit of a. Well, the session is titled State of the Campaign 1, so we're going to review some stuff, okay?
Ooh. Wait, am I gonna have a kid?
What?
No. Am I gonna have a kid? No,
What do you mean?
Listen. No. Nothing. Continue.
It's like the State of the Union, but for the campaign. Anyway.
Right.
What the? So.
Are we gonna need any sheets at all, or is it just gonna
be? Not necessarily, no.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I was like, oh, how do I pull up Aranxes? Found it.
Aranxes, wow, that's. Yeah, at this point, Aranxes definitely has a kid. By the way.
I have a kid.
Anyway, so the way the campaign is currently going, we are heading into. How would I say this? Well, into war, to put it lightly. And because Theron at least had put some notices looking for an army, quote unquote, or maybe not so much.
Just a couple mercenaries.
Yeah, just a couple of little guys.
Just a couple hundred.
Yeah, sure. So here's where I would introduce in the campaign the system of warfare provided by Matt Colville, because I have the Strongholds and Followers book, which has one system. I don't yet have Kingdoms and Warfare, which has another. But the principle is more or less the same, where you hire units basically for some amount of gold, and they have special abilities, and you make them fight. So, as I have it right now, I only have one unit created, which is for Theron's gang. And I was thinking to give you some amount of gold for you to hire units. You as a collective, not you specifically.
Yes.
However, well, no, not however. The process is a little bit complicated. Okay.
Of course.
Yes.
Where are the? Let me. No. Yes. Okay. So, units have a few stats. Units have 7 stats. Okay? So, I am recording this, so you don't necessarily have to write this down. But keep it in mind. There is attack, defense. Those are standard, no? There is power and toughness, which toughness is like AC, sort of, for characters. There is morale, and there is size. Size is given by dice. So, for example, the Watercress gang, Theron's gang, is a 1d6 size. It's not the biggest, it's not the smallest, it's somewhere in the middle. What the hell? And so, and they also have a certain. They also have race and class, but it's a little bit different. In the book, it describes as all the units must be of the same race. I don't really quite buy into that, but they do get certain bonuses based on that. So the way we're gonna do it is that it's gonna be like the primary thing. The most common race of that unit would be the one that gets the benefit.
The majority of the race. So if it's like majority of humans, it gets the human bonuses.
Yes. So the Watercress gang is majority human, but there are like a couple half elves and like a dwarf or something. They are considered human though. And each race has different traits, and the book has traits for the common Player's Handbook races and a few others. Like there's like zombie units, there's troll units. I mentioned this because Theron, the thing I had asked you to roll before for the first round of recruiting, based on this book, what you got was like a gnome whatever, and like a gnome diplomat, which enables you to get gnomish units. However, remember that in my world there are no gnomes. So instead, what you get is a Raptorkin ambassador.
Let's go.
Oh, is that Litrix?
Pretty
Oh, wait. No.
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
Litrix.
That would be interesting, but Litrix is too young.
Litrix would be more likely to just die in the war.
Yes.
Litrix said, "Wait, I'm an ambassador."
I don't even have charisma.
Also, Litrix would probably be more like a commander because he's higher level.
He has very low charisma.
Very low charisma. But charisma isn't necessarily everything. Anyway. So the things that modify the cost is the size of the unit, obviously. But also their equipment, because they can be equipped. Again, the example of Theron's gang is that they are archers. Not necessarily for them actually being archers, but because of how the rules are established, that archers can only be attacked if there are no other infantry, I guess. So basically, as long as
so it's less they use bows and more they are a ranged unit.
Ranged unit, but also they cannot be attacked if there are other people who are easier targets.
Okay. Got it.
Basically. At least infantry, because there are also levels. There are levies, which are common people given pitchforks and torches. There is infantry, regular swordless, archers. I imagine you know what archers do. Cavalry and flying units. This book has rules for flying units. There are fortifications and siege engines.
That's sick.
Nice.
Speaking of fortifications, in
War machines.
In the different parts of the city, there are different places that are the places, shall we say, places of power that the Yuan-Ti may try and take their people and the infrastructure. They are all throughout the city, but certainly mostly concentrated in the center. I will give you a list later of what's going on with that. What else? Any questions so far?
Making sense.
Will we get any form of written resource for this?
I'm not sure how I feel about giving you guys the PDF. I do have it, because that's what I bought. Definitely I can write up like a pocket guide and put it in like a Google Doc or something.
Yeah, like even if it's just a TLDR, like I like to read stuff.
I think I'm going to condense some of this into a Google Doc is what I'm going to do.
That would be nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good enough for me.
Okay, so that's warfare, the simple warfare. We can get into how battles actually work after we get into units. Next up is balance patches. Like if this was a video game. I'm getting the sense that the roll to keep a spell may be too powerful.
Yeah, same.
So, I mean, this is only for 3 of you guys there, and not so much.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have any of those fancy
but
things.
Sneak attack is infinite, essentially.
I would like to. I'm assuming you want to remove it.
I'm not going to remove it. I'm thinking of changing it, and let me give you what the proposed change is. Maybe you can disagree.
Yeah, maybe.
That it only works once per level per long rest.
It what? Only works once per level?
So every spell level that you can recover can only happen once per day.
Okay.
So you have up to level 5 or something like that, and then what is it?
Well, any spell level. So if you can recover one first level, one second level, one third level, one fourth level.
Yeah.
But that can only happen once for each
can only happen
slot?
once per day.
Once per day, okay.
Per level of spell.
Who will need to keep track of that?
That is the thing that you guys would have to keep track of. I mean, I could, but it would be like a little bit extra. Because that way you still have all your normal levels, and you can still maybe get more, but you can't go infinite necessarily.
Makes sense.
Because that's what cantrips are for.
Fancy schmancy spell slinging.
Yeah.
All I need is a good stab.
I mean, you have a fancy schmancy stabbing stick.
Yeah.
What else did I have for this? Honestly, not much. So here's where you guys can ask questions about how the campaign goes. Any questions you may have about lore, story, etc.
I mean, this is more relating towards Kaido, because like you say, like if Theron has like Theron's hiring an army, but like I have like my own circus thing.
You do.
How would that like translate over? Because that's like, when you say like the majority of but when I think of the circus, I think I have like a well diverse. But like I'll probably just have to like just roll. I'll ask you like what's like the most common.
It's a good question.
I mean, besides like humans, but
the difference is scale, because Theron's gang is like 50 to 100 people, and your circus is like 20 at most, I would think. So it's not. I wouldn't say they are enough to qualify as a unit, for these purposes. You could get them and some other people to be a unit, and we can talk about that. But just your people, I wouldn't think they're a unit, and some of them I don't think necessarily have fighting experience.
Oh, sorry. Are you done?
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want to sound rude. I just haven't slept well. Anyway, so this warfare, what roles do the player characters play? Are we just commanders, or do we actually take part in the battles?
It's a mixture. It's how do I put this? You guys would technically be the commanders, but you don't necessarily have to be in the battlefield. You can be in a different part of the city fighting the Yuan Ti big boys, and you'd have.
So there will be regular 5th edition.
There will be a regular 5th edition combat as well against the named characters of the Yuan Ti.
My weakness.
What do you mean your weakness? You're a fucking rogue.
My weakness, because I still have a +5 dex.
Dex is good.
At a +3? Combat's still pretty hard.
Why have you dumped Dex as a rogue?
It's actually my second best stat.
I'm sorry.
It's just that I like all my other rolls are pretty middle of the road.
Yeah.
But yes, there will be still regular 5th edition combat. This is more warfare is like big battles that are not suited for the regular rules of D&D.
Yeah.
Because if it's the 4 of you guys against 400 lizard monsters, it's not no matter
The
how you
action
slice
economy
it,
would be
it's
in
not
shambles.
it's not a fair thing. You guys are not
Yeah.
high enough level for that.
We're not high enough level, and you would probably need to make the monsters into swarm bases, and that would be
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, and that doesn't quite work considering that swarms are for small creatures.
Yeah.
So yes, there is that.
So we have to go Total War like RTS mode on them.
I love this. I actually have a lot of questions for this.
Okay, now is the time.
First off, the warfare. How are we looking for visuals? Is this Owlbear or Theater of Mind? Or do
For
we have another tool in
visuals. Okay, so in the second book, in Kingdoms of Warfare, which I don't have yet, the way they do it is like they have like cards that they put on like a table, because there is like the front lines and the reserves and there's an order that matters. What I'm thinking of that is making like some really big tokens in Owlbear that have like the stats, or
Yeah.
or I can do something in Tabletop Sim and share my screen,
I mean, we could just join you in Tabletop Sim. No?
or that.
Yeah, I have it.
I have it, and it costs like $10.
Or even like make some physical cards and like take a camera, because that would be like so much easier. And I have an extra phone here that I'm gonna use as a camera. That's for something. So there is that, because the thing that matters in this simple warfare is basically all the units' costs. And there's bonuses based on if they fought before, if they're well supplied, if they're well fed, etc., etc. But that I'll give you the write-up later. Also, this all relies on the stronghold, quote unquote. Technically, literally speaking, the one that has the most of a stronghold is Theron.
Haha.
Because that it's a building that can be reinforced. So that's why we started with him. But the rest of you guys can also contribute in some way. The way to get units is also based on your class. So I have, for example, where is the? That's why Delvin exists, because he's a retainer for the. Anyway, but the other ones, where are the wizard retainers? Here it is. Wizard library. So, for example, for Kaida, if you incorporate yourself to the stronghold, which I assume you will, you get to roll a d100, and based on that, you get either a unit, like a special, like an artisan, like a person who helps you improve the stronghold, or a retainer, or an ambassador. So ambassadors are the ones that allow you to get units of other races. Typically, what the book says is you get your units are of the same race as you, but that feels weird. So basically, I'm going to change that so that you can get units of the people that are in the city, which is mostly human, but there's a few others. And the ambassadors allow you to get the others. So as it is now, you guys can get Raptorkin units because of Theron's recruiting posters.
So, and this depends on our character's class, or how does it work?
Again, so the book specifies different strongholds for each class. I wouldn't make you make 3 different ones. I would basically expand on the one that Theron already has, maybe.
Okay.
And so when you expand the stronghold, you can roll a d100 and get either a unit, an artisan, or an ambassador.
Okay.
Or there are also special. It says here special allies. So there's things like fae, dragons, undead, strong, powerful, singular creatures.
Makes sense to me now.
Let me.
I wanted to ask something else, but I forgot.
Hmm. Let me. Celestials, devils, those sort of things are special units. Yeah. Also. Okay. I think I'm going to be transitioning Aquat to be like a procurer of magic items. He's going to be helping you guys get magic stuff because he's a magic dude.
Yes.
That's gonna be depending on how much time you give him and what it is that you want. So that's a thing that you will have access to in future sessions. And yeah, how are you guys feeling about the campaign?
I love
I'm
it.
having fun.
Yeah, same here.
All right, that's good to know. Anything else?
Can't think of anything right now.
Okay. Well, in that case, let me throw out where the places of power are. Let me pull up the map. So, I'm going to put this in info dump. And going from the center. In the old town, there is the castle and the waterworks. Wait, no, the waterworks are not there.
Hello.
Where's my notebook? Okay. The old town is the old castle. That seems reasonable enough, I think. In the peaks is the new castle. In the crossroads is the Silver Moon Inn. Because yes, the Silver Moon Inn is an important place. There is also me. Fire of the named arts. In the Evergreen Terraces, which which is where Theron operates. Temple of Alephon. Center of religion. Which one else? So that's this one, this one, this one, this one, that one. Which one is that? It is. Okay. About is what should I call this? It's very simple. For transportation. In the Gilded Bazaar. And of course, in Fulcrum Central. Oh, wait, one more. Okay, so on Infodump now are the different centers of power and what districts they are in. Those are all things that I'm telling you now the Yuan-Ti will be interested in taking.
So these are the places we'll probably have to defend.
Or attack if they have already been taken.
Or attack.
Fair
Okay.
point.
How does collateral damage work?
Collateral
Like,
damage.
if I go around with a trebuchet killing people, that will probably leave some buildings damaged.
Mechanically, there isn't anything for that. Narratively, the authorities may have some issue.
Understood. No trebuchet in the city walls.
Well, how would you even get that in to begin with?
Piece by piece.
Or you could just build it, in the city,
Right. How are you going to move it?
Wheels.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, it really does. There are, of course, other factions, shall we call them, within the city. The centers of power correspond to some of those. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And if they notice you building a trebuchet, they're going to take notice. So keep that
Yeah,
in
don't
mind.
worry. I'm not gonna try that.
Yes, so
This
don't
was-
build a trebuchet, it's more noticeable. Build a ballista.
Those,
catapultas of now.
I mean, those would be less noticeable because ballistas do exist in the walls that separate the districts.
Haha!
Quick nerd question.
Yeah.
Do your ballistas shoot spheres or spears?
What?
Do your ballistas, do they shoot spheres, like balls, or spears?
Well, a ballista is a big crossbow, so
See, that is where you're wrong.
what do you mean?
That is a catapulta. A ballista shoots rocks and other spheres.
Hold on.
Hey, what?
Hold on, I need to look something up.
Wait, do you have that around? Because I thought we're talking about ballistas and what, catapults?
Catapult, not catapult. At least in the Romans.
See, it says here in Wikipedia, an ancient missile weapon that launched either bolts or stones. So both work.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, this is just something I was interested in.
There's also the Scorpio, which is a smaller thing.
Yeah.
And some of the ballistas in the city are mounted so that they can move along the inner city walls, and some of those are magical. Anyway,
that is really fun, actually.
Because it's not quite a high fantasy setting, but it is getting there.
Wait, this is not high fantasy?
Not as such. It's like medium fantasy.
Okay.
Because it's not like...
I'll turn it steampunk overnight if my character dies.
How familiar are you guys with Critical Role and Exandria Unlimited?
Nope.
Meh.
I mean, like, I know a little bit, but I don't know much about the world.
Okay.
I watched like half of season 2 and Exandria Unlimited.
Did you watch Calamity?
No.
No. Okay.
I watched like a little bit of Calamity. Like I think the first.
It's not. This is not. It's not the setting where floating cities are a thing yet.
Mm-hmm.
It may get there.
To be fair, it crashed.
Huh?
To be fair, it crashed.
To be fair, it crashed. And also it was destroyed, but like it's not, that magic is not possible yet. They haven't discovered it.
So
Like,
what would happen if a character like Kaida reaches like level 17? Because that is some serious high magic stuff.
I mean, that's up to Kaida.
That's where the gates open up.
Alright, time to get to level 17, boys!
Also, you can live.
So the way, at least in some lore in the Forgotten Realms, is that there used to be 10th, 11th, 12th level spells, and then some shit went down. So that's no longer possible. In this case, this has never been possible, at least not as far as people know.
Okay.
So I know, like in the first campaign, we had we got like the one with like Litrix, Grin.
Yeah.
So didn't we get like a schematic for like a flying ship? So our flying ship thing, an airship. Is that something, or is that just the beginning?
That is the beginning of something. Okay. Who knows? Because that party had it. What did they do with it?
And we sold the parts.
Because, like, I mean, I know that, like, if we would have continued, Aranxis would have funded that.
Well, that is something that is...
again, we started a new one, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, look, so, like, the very basics of airships do exist, if you remember Litrix having the little skateboard thing, float sail.
Float sail.
Skateboard, hoverboard,
skateboard.
So those exist,
same
yes.
difference.
And
it simply hasn't been scaled up yet.
The float stones that would enable it are a thing, but to get big ones enough for a skyship is difficult because they only come from one place in Nurasti. Remember, that's why the Raptorkin have that technology. Any more questions of that or other things?
Maybe.
I'm good on that.
What do you mean, maybe?
Subject?
I'm not sure. I don't. I know your world is really cool, by the way.
Thank you. Wait until we found out what it used to be. In
the only thing I have now, The only thing I have now is a threat, which is that if Theron dies, I'll bring out something awful. Got a character in another campaign that I'm playing that's a chaotic engineer.
Subject to review.
Excuse me, a hacksaw engineer.
This sounds oddly familiar, actually.
What's it? Christoph, you're saying that Kai's gonna go level 17 as a wizard? Ha, joke saying, yeah, I'm gonna put the rest of my levels in barbarian.
That would be pretty funny.
I cast fist.
Cast iron, bitch.
No, that's what monks do. They cast fist.
Fair.
Somewhere I had seen like a meme.
But honestly, I don't think I don't. What was that?
That somewhere I had seen like a meme of like an old wizard dude in like a robe, and you see like he looks like super frail and skinny, and it's like, oh no, I'm out of spells. I would like to rage, and you see it and takes off the cloak and he's ripped.
Just flex in the closest rips. But I think even with my stats now, isn't to be a barbarian, I need like at least some strength. Like
multi-class, you do need like at least 13, I think, of that.
Because like I have a 9 in strength.
I mean,
but
I think it could also be Dex 13, maybe. I don't remember.
There's magic items for that.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Yes, exactly, Christoph, like that.
Just if I do as a joke, just to make myself a barbarian and a wizard.
I was. What was it?
Let's see.
Oh no, you need strength 13. Never mind.
Yeah, Dex, strength or Dex for fighters, I think. If not, If not, house rule.
Where is it?
Big brain. I start taking warlock levels.
That's a possibility.
Got the charisma for it.
It's so bad. There's like 5 classes I want to play, but I don't want a new character.
There are some interesting patrons in this world.
Hey.
There are?
Patreons?
Well,
hell yeah. Sub to my OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
What's the monthly sub?
2 gold pieces.
My Eldritch feet pics.
No!
What's the highest tier I can get? Also, when I look at multi-classic, it's sad that what I can go to. I can only go into Rogue, Fighter, Blood Hunter, Artificer. I can't go into anything else.
I mean...
Well, time to go in Blood Hunter. Time to hurt myself.
do you even allow Blood Hunter?
I don't see why not. I have to get a closer... I haven't read the class, but I... Like, in lore-wise, I don't see why not.
I think actually I can do Blood Hunter because I think that's like intelligence, dex, and con, and that's a little bit. Oh, con.
Yeah. Let's do a full Blood Hunter campaign next time.
Oh my god! Hold on, let me go read the lore from Innistrad.
I know that pretty well.
I know a little bit, tiny bit, but not a lot. I was like, what if I want to be? I want to be a werewolf. Wait, so if I made myself into a werewolf, so I'd be like a dragon-born werewolf. How would that look like?
Weird. It would look weird.
A chromatic blue dragon.
I would definitely.
Oh, time to commission smart. I'll be right back.
Because here's the thing: if it could definitely look like furry art. Or it could look different. Because, it's a blue wolf. I mean...
Oh, look, I'm Sonic Fox.
Or it could look different. Something that comes to mind like immediately would be like a drake sort of thing, like a how does this? Have you seen the drakes from the Monster Manual?
Consider this. It's from Wildmount. Just ignore the eye.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
That is.
What the fuck is that?
An Aeorian
Oh, those things. Yeah.
Wait, is that what I'm gonna turn out to be?
No, it would be It would be again like a. You would be more like a furry Komodo dragon, I guess.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
No, it would be terrifying.
Am I a cute furry Komodo dragon?
No, it would be a fucking.
I'm a lizard nyan.
Does he have an oval
no.
snout?
Staple cat ears on.
Oh, God.
Oh, time to go full weeb. If it's time to die, I'm just hit up my inner weeb and make a cat girl.
Jesus Christ.
Kinda
There
okay.
are tabaxi. We've already established this. You don't need to.
So
Oh wait, no. Actually, my next character it's also a wizard, but it's a kobold.
oh my god, I wanted to be a Cobalt Warlock.
Oh my God.
I'm a kobold, but I'm like Seal of Aberration, so protection.
Would your
And then
patron
I cower in
as a
fear and try to give you
warlock be a
advantage.
dragon?
What? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Either a dragon or a shiny ring.
I could work with that.
Honestly, one of the character idea I was gonna think of when I was picking out wizard, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like Hildorf and take tough and put and actually get some strength too. So I was like, oh no, okay, okay.
Or you go full Munchkin, Mountain Dwarf, heavy armor.
Mountain,
Oh no, I'm in danger. Just kidding.
Call an ambulance.
I'm in
but not
nature.
for me.
That's where you're wrong. I am the danger.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Call a cleric. Call a cleric, but not for me.
Yeah.
Mountain Dwarf Wizard laughing at 25 AC.
Dude,
20 plus.
I had a forge cleric at some point that had like at level 1 20 AC.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty busted.
That's what I like to see.
Fair and balanced, I think, is what you mean.
Well, I've recently given my level 4 player plate armor, so...
What is it? I took a look at the 1 D&D stuff.
Mm.
I've taken a look.
I have.
I read through.
I'm
I read
gonna
through
wait until they release fully.
Well, yeah, I read through the PDF for some of the stuff that they were like testing out. It's gonna make it a lot easier for people who are new, like completely new to D&D, to play.
Even
Okay,
easy.
that would be
yeah, I
interesting.
think 5th edition is already really easy.
From my understanding,
some
it
things
seems
can
like
be
they're gonna be cutting. They're like gonna be cutting down on races and stuff like that, which I'm kind of for because I think there's too many in the game right now.
There are too many.
Like you have the pick of the litter, but there's too damn many to pick.
I personally, my personal favorite is like all of the pre-made races, like have like 10 or 20 of them, and for everything else, just custom lineage.
Yeah.
I love custom lineage. You get like 1 stat plus 2, dark vision, and a feed. It's like all you need, and you look how you want to look.
Oh, damn. Would you allow Reborn in this campaign?
Oh no, not that character! Holy shit!
What is that?
This is basically like someone who like dies, but then like just come back to life. It's kind of like a what's it? I thought it was in custom lineage. Was it lineages?
Isn't that what Laudna is in Critical Role?
Yeah, basically.
Fucking spoiler.
What? It's from the beginning.
Yeah, it's from the beginning. Shut your mouth.
Okay, never mind that.
You shut your mouth.
Episode 1, she's described as being basically dead.
Yeah, I thought she was just in Hollow.
Lamau.
Oh, well, maybe. I don't
But
know.
I have
Because,
a complicated character idea for Reborn.
In Wildmount specifically, any character can be a Hollow, and then they are undead instead of normal. They have a few advantages.
Well, no. Spoiler, yes, she did die and came back.
Yeah, so that would be a Hollow, probably.
No, not a hollow. She wasn't a hollow from the beginning.
Okay, we talk about Hollow.
Yeah, that's how Hollow. That's how
Okay,
Hollows
well,
are
there you
created.
go. She's a hollow.
They die near the blight. No, they die and they come back at the blight shore and are undead suddenly. that's how it works in the lore. At least in the handout I have of the lore as a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give him some Dark Souls hollowed stuff. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh god.
But yeah, hopefully Kaida doesn't die because I spent a lot of money on him.
Well, don't do anything stupid and you won't die.
Alright, well, time to leave. Alright, see you guys.
The duality of D&D. Want to play new character, want to keep playing current character.
Alright, can we start a new one?
Want to play character is DM.
Actually, I'm having a lot of fun DMing. I don't know about you, obviously.
You would not believe
Anyway.
the amount of prep work that goes into it.
Oh, I am very much a improv DM, and my players
Which is
seem to
none
love
at all.
Prepper.
No, some, obviously. Usually like 15 minutes before I go to bed last night.
For me, I take I take like a nap before the session and before I DM.
I feel you. My work is having anxiety the entire week before the session because I want to prep but I'm too lazy. And then like the last 2 hours before the session I hurriedly make a battle map.
See, joke's on you. I don't even prep. I literally just show up to the session and then make everything up on the spot.
Well, are you a DM?
Based.
Huh? I mean, when I did DM, I've DM'd a few things. That is exactly what I did. I'm good at DMing one-shots because of it.
I'm actually DMing a campaign that's Theron's in right now too. With a couple other friends. So I mean that's my first time DMing, but do you guys know Dragon Age Origins? Dragon Age at all?
Module? Or no, it's in a world that got it.
Yeah, Dragon Age.
In a world.
Dragon Age. So like I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. I love Dragon Age and I love that world. Know the lore, and so we're playing in that world, if you know what Dragon Age is.
I'm
the game.
vaguely familiar.
So,
Something.
but yeah, so since I'm really familiar with it, I honestly don't need that much prep time because depending on where the group goes, I can improv most of the things.
Yeah. I'm DMing in wild mode, and it's the same thing for me. I don't know a lot about the campaigns from Matt Mercer, but I basically breathe the lore.
Breathe the lore.
I'll tell you what I'm doing that's really stupid. I'm
Custom.
really
What?
stupid. I am turning a video game into a TRPG. Very slowly.
I mean, I was like, yeah,
Warframe.
Warframe.
Oh shit! I did not.
Holy
Expect
shit.
Honestly, I was doing the same thing.
Very
with,
slowly. I'm still working on how combat works.
I did this. I was actually doing the same thing with Dark Souls. Actually, I was gonna make a Dark Souls campaign.
But isn't there already a Dark Souls RPG system?
There's a
is
board
there?
game.
Oh yeah, I remember
don't
there's
think
a board
it's an
game.
RPG. Well, not a.
I don't think there's a tabletop. I remember there is a board game. When I look at the board game, I mean, I'll probably just.
has it. Is how I know.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the board game looks cool. I'll just take it for the figures.
But hear me out though, the Avatar TTRPG.
Yep, I have that coming. I'm still waiting. I have everything digital. I'm still waiting for the physical copies, which I'm so excited for. I went top tier Kickstarter for that.
Kinda
Look at you, Mr.
interesting.
Fancy
in
Pants.
Does it also have the stuff from Korra?
Yeah. You can do. It's in the 4 eras, so I think you could. The beginning you could start in Kyoshi's or do Roshi's, and then Aang's, and then Korra's era.
That's
Or you could just do whatever you want, but like those are the eras. You can do like in the 100 Years War. So it's really cool. But again, I'm still waiting for the other copies, and it's really different. And I
got the Borderlands TTRPG. I got the book.
Ooh.
Want to play bunkers and badasses?
Actually,
I mean,
yeah.
A little bit.
I really do.
It's definitely different. Yeah, it's different.
But only if you do a tiny teeny.
DM, are you streaming right now at all, or?
Yes, because I did want to record the
Well,
the important stuff. This is not so much.
Yeah, I was supposed to say like
Twitch VOD,
just
baby.
Twitch VOD.
I mean, I
Yes,
can stop if you guys.
I was just wondering, like, yeah, are you still recording just for the important stuff? But yeah, this is not that important.
Yeah, I think we've reached the point where we're just talking about random shit.
I'm gonna.